All right, everybody, this is a quick video for those of you in the helping trades. A little bit of a heads up as you consider having someone else in the helping trades do their work with you. So I'm just going to use the example to keep it really clean. You're a coach, and there's a psychic. A psychic wants to do some work with you. A psychic who you're coaching wants you to let him or her do some, let's say it's a her. She wants to do some work with you so that you can really experience what she does and experience the value of it. So you can help her better articulate what she does and why she does it and the value of it and all that jazz. Awesome. Go for it. Design a clear alliance. What would that look like? Well, let's talk more about that in a Q&A video, which I'm going to start doing weekly really soon, and we'll explore the ins and outs of how to design a proper alliance around this. But here's a couple of the dangers. One of the dangers is you open yourself up. Now, when you open yourself up, and this is what I do for a living, right? I mean, I coach and I mentor coaches. And I mentor coaches, one of the ways I do it is I have them coach me real time on a real topic and interrupt their work and say, okay, so where are you taking me right now? Okay, what are you noticing? Okay, what's the impact? Okay, good, let me jump back in. Awesome, it's really effective, it's fantastic. But I'm very deliberate about the agenda I choose because I don't want to choose something that has me an absolute basket case if there's anything in my life that happens to make me feel that way, which sometimes, sometimes you feel not all on your game and sometimes you are stuck and sometimes, you aren't looking so pretty. This is not about promoting the idea that you're perfect or any of those things, but I am very deliberate about what type of agenda I bring to my mentees, those I'm mentoring, because I want to be able to manage myself and I want to be able to bring something real that has some meat on the bones, but also something that doesn't have them. Here's point number one: misperceive the gravity of what's going on. If I bring something with me that's really, it's a big deal right now. It just happened. I just got in an argument with my son or my daughter or something like that. And now this coach or this hypnotherapist or this psychic starts going, oh, well, I'm getting this or I'm perceiving this or, this is what's going on with you, Ron, or it's like, well, they don't have enough context. If you don't set it up well, they don't have enough context. And they're like, well, no, my daughter just yelled at me and said this thing and now I'm feeling bad. But this is not like it's a chronic thing that goes on that I'm debilitated by. So without proper context and proper design, there could be a misperception of the gravity of it. The other part can happen, it's sort of a corollary, is a misperception of your capacity to handle this thing because suddenly you're being really real to give this person some meat on the bones, like I said, something to really work with, and suddenly you're like, it's so sad, it's so hard for me and everything else. And then what happens is your person starts going, oh, Ron is a real mess here. That's not helpful. And if it's not designed clearly, then we're dealing with something that actually isn't accurate. And then what can happen is really, I'm going to say the third thing I'm going to do is, what can happen is there's a misperception of your degree of, say, brokenness or messiness or your capacity to clean it up. And, you do want to have some boundaries with things because, I might be really sad or anxious about something going on in my life. And I have been, and I am, and there's different things that are going to come up for me for my whole life. And I don't have to pretend that I'm perfect. And Mr. Renaud, who wrote the book called Uncompromised, is somehow living an uncompromised life and everything is perfect. It isn't. It isn't. But at the same time, do you want me to be... Okay, let me go on to number 3. You don't want me being a mess. You want to see the guy or gal that's helping you and teaching you and everything else who's got a degree of mastery of self-possession and perspective in terms of the things he or she is working on. And so what can happen is if you really allow yourself to be a client for this person without a very good designed alliance, a good, very, very deliberately designed relationship, is what can happen is your coaching of them can be destroyed. Or say, again, I'm going to hold it that you're a coach and this person is a hypnotherapist. Your coaching of her can be destroyed because there's a misperception. Oh, Ron really is a mess over there. And it's like, no, Ron isn't a mess. Ron was just really being messy so that you could do your work better. So, all right. I want to always leave with a solution. So the solution would be a really clearly designed relationship. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm willing to go to this degree of vulnerability with you so that you can work on this. I'm not broken, but in this area, I really am feeling broken, or I am not all put together, or I am not perfect, or something along those lines, right? Or choose a topic or something you can work with that is, does have some meat on the bones, but isn't going to have you really be gone. Because that's the other thing too, is you could give yourself permission to go to a really, challenging place, but then you're no longer holding. And this is the thing when I'm mentoring is I need to be able to hold, hey, so as you're asking me that question, what's going on for you? So I can hold both hats, both roles of client and mentor at the same time. And if you are going into this as an acupuncturist or a healer of whatever kind, and this person is so doing their work and you let yourself be so gone that you're no longer able to actually be present to both screens, so to speak, you're not doing either one of them any justice, both yourself as a client and yourself as a mentor or coach or whatever you're doing. So anyway, hope that video helps. If you have any questions or anything else or comments, comment below, and we'll keep the conversation going. I'll see y'all soon. Coach Uncompromised.